What is going on, guys? Brother Rusher here. We are back again with another summon video for the INT Tournament of Power Androids, and we got 7,000 stones. If you guys watched my previous video, we did kind of get lucky with what we did end up getting out of that. So hopefully you guys watched that one, and if you haven't, go watch that one. Come back and watch this one, and while you're doing that, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on these videos and consider subscribing. We are trying to hit a goal of 2,000 subs by the end of February. So it is a brand new month. We have, what, 28 days to try to achieve that goal? Yeah, it's leap year, so I got an extra day this year to try to get to that goal of 2,000 subs. So hopefully you guys that are watching and enjoying this content, you guys are liking and subscribing these videos, because it does actually help out the algorithm a little bit for me. But enough of the talk in the beginning here. I know you guys want to see some summons, so show off the banner real quick if you guys haven't seen. We got the INT TOP Android 17 and 18. We have the STR Zerloin Rabanra and Zarbudo. I can never say his name. We have the Physical God Goku, which he is probably the best unit on the banner, to be honest. We have AGL Kale. We have the Tech Kale and Caulifla. They need an EZA now. I'm sure that they'll be like coming up on one, but they definitely need an EZA to try to get them back into like the meta now. We got STR Videl. She of course needs a EZA as well. And then we have Physical Path to Power Kid Goku, which he is still actually very good. He doesn't need an EZA quite yet, but there will be a time when we will need to EZA him. And honestly, when he gets an EZA, it's going to be crazy, because he was actually a very good unit on release. So, you know, to get to a point when he's actually going to need to EZA is going to be crazy. And I can only imagine like what they might do with his kit, because he has got a massive like passive. So I don't know what they would do to make him even better. I don't know if maybe you got to collect like less key orbs to get his like damage reduction up. We are getting a fusion, so we are getting a featured unit. Let's try to get the androids right here. Second multi of the video. Let's do it. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink and hope we get the androids right here. Okay, well, oh, double featured. Okay, so I actually don't need them. Oh, we got 3 featured. You want to give me the androids too? Make it a crazy multi? Okay, I guess you don't. So unfortunately, all 3 of these I do not need. I've got all 3 of their SSRs already completely rainbow and done. So the only units that I can actually use from this banner are the 2 new ones, plus we can use a couple more copies of God Goku. And the reason why is when he came back originally on the like Halloween banner, we had like the 1 discounted multi, which I ended up doing, trying to see if I could pull him. Unfortunately, I didn't get lucky and pull him, so I ended up just buying a copy with coins. And that's the only copy that I actually picked up of him. So I didn't get anything else with him yet. So if we can get some more copies of him here, and we can try to rainbow his SSR and just get that done and out the way, that'd be, you know, that would be pretty fantastic, to be honest. Which I'm sure, unless we get like super crazy, we might actually end up pulling enough copies to rainbow his SSR, which again I would be happy with, because that's just another unit that would be done and kind of checked off my list of units that need to be rainbowed. So the INT androids, let's kind of talk about them a little bit. Right now I feel like they just don't really have a very good place in the meta. And it really is kind of unfortunate, because they kind of had like a really bad release. Because right now, like Tournament of Power, Universal Survival Saga, like that entire like genre, that entire category right now is just a dead category. Like we need a lot of there's a lot of easy A's that are needed. See, there's a lot of easy A's, there's a lot of units that are still needed on these. I mean, hell, there's a lot of units that need to easy A. Like STR Kefla is coming to mind right now. I'm sure she's coming up on an easy A. She might actually be pretty crazy when she gets her easy A, just because she's got like the multiple transformations and stuff. So she might actually be one of those units that gets a really good easy A. The only thing, of course, that's gonna suck for her is she's still gonna need Ki to kind of get all of her like passive active, and that's always the big thing. Is a lot of these units are like orb hungry, and especially like these androids, they are essentially orb hungry as well. So let's see, I got the androids pulled up here. So they are a tournament participants or siblings bond category, Ki 3 170%. They give the additional 30% to reps of Universe 7 or joined forces. And then on their super, they are greatly raising attack and defense for 1 turn and cause immense damage to the enemy. And then they do have a unit super attack if you have a Goku on the team. So it's got to be Goku, can't be like Youth, Captain Ginyu, or Goku Jr. So essentially the only Goku you're probably ever going to run on here is either like the UI Gokus, because there's really not many other Tournament of Power Gokus that you're going to run. I guess if you are running, I guess technically the Goku and Frieza, we getting Beerus and Whis. That is a guaranteed Whis animation. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Beerus and Whis. Oh, so that actually gets us to copy number 3 right here. So we only need 2 more and we're out of this banner. But yeah, so there's unit super. They massively raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause immense damage to the enemy, and raise all allies attack and defense by 35% for 2 turns. Let's go. There they are. And that's self-excluded, by the way. Can we get lucky? Can we get another copy in here? I know it might be like asking for too much, but like, maybe? Like, throw me a bone? Okay, maybe not. But you know what? I'll take the Beerus and Whis, just because it's always great to get these animations, you know, in these videos. So, you know, the Black Rifts, the, I guess the fusions that we're getting here, the Beerus and Whis. I mean, those are always good. Like, you know, I love getting them. Okay, so we're gonna get Videl. I think I've pulled so many copies of Videl, man. Like, and this Goku, like we're just gonna be pulling these units like non-stop. Like, give me God Goku. I need copies of God Goku. How about that? What do we have? We're at 5 copies of Videl, and we're at 3 copies of the Path to Power Goku. So, okay, back to what we were talking about with the androids. With their passive, they have quite a bit of a passive. So they activate an entrance animation and randomly change key spheres of a certain type, so INT excluded, to rainbow. And they do that for 4 turns from the start of turn when there's another Reps of Universe 7 category, of course. Another Rep of Universe 7 category ally on the team at the start of the character's attacking turn. They get attack 170% and defense 180%, plus an additional, oh my god, plus an additional attack and defense 50%, and they reduce damage received by 35% when performing a super. They get an additional attack 50% and a high chance to perform a crit with 7 or more key spheres obtained. So of course they are one of these units that is pretty like orb hungry. They give tournament participants category allies key 2 attack and defense 35%. And then they give an additional key +1 attack 17% and defense 18% with 7 or more key spheres obtained. So you need to pretty much get like 7 key spheres with them to get like their full passive. They also get an additional attack 59% when performing a super attack, and they get a scouter within the character's attacking turn if there's an ally whose name includes Goku attacking in the same turn. And then when it comes to their active skill, it changes tech key spheres to int key spheres, and it can be activated when HP is 78% or less, starting from the 5th turn. And you can actually do it 8 times. The fights aren't long enough to have to, we don't have fights long enough to be able to do that 8 times. And it's very unfortunate, like unless they're going to give us like really long fights, I don't foresee that active skill like ever really being useful. I mean, I guess if you have like a full, if you have a lot of like tech key spheres on the board and you just want to change them, I mean, you can go that route, but honestly, you're never going to use it 8 times. And then their links are Android Assault, Twin Terrors, Infinite Energy, Shocking Speed, Tournament of Power, Innocence, and Fierce Battle. So they have kind of like the typical Android link set. Let's go. No animation, no nothing. I love when we get that. And a God Goku in the same multi? Let's go. That's what I love to see. That's kind of the summons that we need right here. We haven't pulled any of the side banner unit in this video, which honestly is kind of whatever. I don't really care for the side banner unit per se. Like there's nothing to write home about. Like they're not good. They're Power of Wishes like support unit, but you really want to run them with the new LR Tech Brienne that's going to be coming out probably for part 2 of this. So I don't know. I guess realistically, I mean, to me, I don't really care for them. Like, I already got, a copy of them. I'll be able to get them to link level 10 and just have them, ready if they ever actually get a use. But until then, they're just going to kind of sit in my box and collect a little bit of dust here and there. But yeah, we're down to only needing 1 more copy of the androids. So if we can get if we get in there, we get a Goku Black animation like right off the get-go. That's kind of what we want to see. Like, like no lie, we want to see a Black Rift. We want to see Zeno pop up. These are the things that we would love to see, just so we can know that, hey, we're done. Like, there we go. We got to the end. Boom, we're done. We don't have to summon anymore. So if we get like a Zeno right here and I know we're done, that'd be perfect. But we are getting a fusion. So we do have a chance here. Can we actually rainbow these units in under 2,000 stones? If we can, I would be like over the moon excited, because I do not want to go deep for these androids. Like as sad as it is to say, I don't really care for them all that much. So unless Tournament of Power gets like some huge like buff during the 9th year anniversary that's happening on the JP side. So I mean, we will see if we do get some buffs over there or not. But I feel like until we actually get some really good buffs, it's just gonna be one of these it's just gonna be kind of one of these units that sits around and just doesn't really, I don't know. I don't want to say that they wouldn't get a whole lot of play, but from me personally, they probably wouldn't get too much usage. But at least the good thing is if we can rainbow them, then at least they're done and I don't have to worry about them. And then the next time they come around, I'll just work on their SSR copy. All right, this fusion right here, let's get the androids and let's get out of this banner. Because I mean, there is some content to do on global, but there's not like a whole lot. You know, we do have a couple awakenings for some of the free-to-play Android 17s and 18s, and we are done. We are done. Oh, let's go. That right there is perfect. We actually rainbowed them in exactly let's see, we started at what, we started at 7,400 stones even, and we're at 6,011 randomly. So we'll round it up and basically just say that it took 1,400 stones. Because I think I did pick up a couple I picked up a couple missions that has some stones in it, so I think that's where the 11 came from. But yeah, it took 1,400 stones and we have got the androids all done. So that's it. I'm not going back in for the side banner unit. I'll probably end up pulling them, rainbowing them randomly, you know, throughout my future summons. So I'm totally okay with that. But if you guys did enjoy this video, remember, consider hitting that like button and consider subscribing. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.